This is a live look at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Knights and the Navy Midshipmen. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Reese?
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. The Knights headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Midshipman offense is on the field to start this game. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. The stats would say we might have a mismatch here. This offense can put up points, and this defense can give up big plays. Give to the fullback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Hartman. Extending the play. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Navy will have to punt it away.
Number 90 on to kick it away.
Catch is made at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. Last time out, a solid day and a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Send the tight end in motion. Making the adjustment on the play. The run inside. It's Cross.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride him again. Turning it on. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. At the 45 on his way. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down, gonna throw it. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for the edge. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Keeps it himself. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hartman. Makes a catch. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Motion from the back. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's stopped. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give. Oh, he's got some space. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fresh center downs going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wants to go up top on second down. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Straight ahead, it's Cross. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Man, what a play by the wide receiver, just holding on to that football. That was a massive hit given to him by the defense. And you know when you're going to go over the field, there's a chance that happens. You're going to get hit anyway. You might as well make the catch. That was a tremendous job by the receiver.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Hartman. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Navy will have to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll move the tight end. Handoff to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Hands it off. There's some daylight. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Hartman. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll send out the kicker here. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Now this offense is back on the field. Looking for room. It's Cross. Breaks into the open. Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gain of 25 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their course.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He'll set up to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack. The 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100.
Guys, look at this. Surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th. Here's a little room there. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense. They'll go to the fullback. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got him quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. DB's right up on the receivers. On the option. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Navy will have to punt it away.
Number 90 in punt formation to kick it away.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Lawson. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. He's changing the play. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback.
Snags it, and he's open. Taken down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out wide left, it's Lawson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. In traffic, it's Lawson. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the run, it's Cross. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. From the gun. Hauls it in. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Navy will go back on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Under pressure. Doesn't get it there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Drops back on 1st down. Right side, it's Cross. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
That's a first down for the offense.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Ready? We're at 18. We're at 18. Bubba. Still go.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the number 4 team, the NC State Wolfpack.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Right back to the well.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Navy!
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers now. Obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hits inside. It's Cross. Gain of 2 on the play. Sets up 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires quickly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Knights are flying down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first. Release to the back. Makes the catch. It's Cross. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Navy offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pass to 6. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Sets his feet. It's Hartman. He lobs one high down the left side. Caught at the 25. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 2nd and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
If the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, midshipman. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. They want to throw it. Rush is on. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking for room. It's Cross. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he gets rid of it.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's good.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
They tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. This drive will open from the 15. On the move, it's Cross. Open space at the 25. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. To the ground, he's got it again. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down to the air. Look out. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Washington. Moves to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cross. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Navy offense sails out, ready to go to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Sends it back in motion. Give to the big fullback. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
2nd down, going to throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the right. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Run it with the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Knights sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. He breaks a tackle. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The give on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it, Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
Here comes the heat. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step. After picking up a few. 2nd and long here. Wants to pass. The short hands. It's Reese. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you a huge 3rd down. Finds a tight end. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Knights moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, good.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Knights. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Midshipmen will get things going here on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the 1st down. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Trying to get the corner.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Unloads to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Needs it here on 4th down. He's out of bounds well short of the marker, and they'll have to give up the ball. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Sees a crease. Makes his man miss. So just 1 second before the clock would have stopped anyway. The defense uses a timeout here. And, of course, it'll stop again on the next play for the 2-minute timeout.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, a minute 55 remaining. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Left side is Cross.
I love the play call in this situation. You need one first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Pulls and fired complete. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cross. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Setting up the screen. Running through contact. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Nickelback on the field, looking past as they try to keep this a one-possession game in the fourth. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about that?
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Looking for the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Hartman. They're all over him. Snags it. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Under pressure. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they